everybody. So, I thought I've got a few minutes before work here. I've got like maybe 10 before I'm going to start work. So I thought that I would make a small video. Oh, so, a lot of you posted on my Facebook post for the other day after I went to the doctor. And of course, I appreciate everything everybody said, but the issue is still bothering me. It's still bothering me a lot. I'm used to being placated. I'm used to doctors being like, "Oh yeah, sure you do." Like, because doctors ask you if you smoke, and of course if you're a smoker, you're like, "Yeah, but I don't smoke that much," or you tell them no, and then they can smell it in your hair, and you see the nicotine stains on your fingers, or your nails, or your teeth, or your breath smells like it, or if you tell them that, you're not an alcoholic and you don't drink that much, but they can smell the alcohol through your fucking pores, or, they can tell that you look dehydrated as fuck. Don't you judge me. But it's being fat. I have been exceedingly overweight my entire life. I'm not just talking about like just a tiny bit overweight. I have been ridiculously overweight since I was a child. I was 350 pounds when I graduated high school. By the time I graduated from Job Corps, I was over 420. No, I was 400 pounds. So, and I was actually very active in Job Corps. I was cooking I did cooking, and then I learned how to make eyeglasses. I haven't really spoken about Job Corps a whole lot because there's going to be a video one day. I'm not ready for that video. So, when you tell a doctor something, I expect them to, looking for the damn thing, hold on. I expect them to placate me. Let's say I walk in there and I'm like, "Oh, I'm in so much pain," and, and then ask for, I don't know, Depakote or, Oxycontin. I expect them to give me that. Let me go talk to somebody. But that's not what happened to me. I am not the type of person who takes a lot of medication to start with. When they ask me what I take my levothyroxine and I take vitamins. Do I take pain medication? No. I can't tell you, I'm going to say in the past year, I've maybe taken Tylenol once, maybe twice. And I live with constant hip pain. I live with, constant, issues with my hips and my joints. I won't take it. I am very much a person who's just like, suck it up, buttercup, and keep moving. I've always been that way. Even at my heaviest, I wouldn't take medication. The only thing I would take would be ibuprofen, which we are not allowed to have anymore. So, for me to reach out and ask for something, to reach out and ask for help is something, obviously this person wouldn't understand because they don't know me. That's the one problem about having a doctor, like I have, is that you never really see the same person more than once, and all they have is your chart to look at. So he has no idea what I've been through. All he knows is, yes, I've lost an exorbitant amount of weight, and he's like, you should be really proud of that, like he's applauding the fact that I've lost a whole lot of weight. Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm actually here for some sort of fucking help because I'm depressed and I'm sad and I want to fix whatever my issues are. And I'm not able to do it through diet, and I'm not able to do it through working out, and I'm not able to do it on my own. So I come to you with, my hat in my fucking hand, and I'm like, so, I'm not feeling, like I thought I should. I'm not having, I'm not happy and I haven't been my entire life. I'm a big proponent of suck it up, and I'm a big proponent of fake it till you make it. So I seem a lot happier than I am, because that's the way life is. I don't know anybody who's technically happy all the time, but I would just like an even keel. I would just like a few minutes of happiness, like per day, would be nice. Just I don't even have to be like ecstatic. Just just moderately happy. Just moderately. I have I was diagnosed with agoraphobia, with panic disorder, and then I have PTSD, and which these are stated in my fucking these are stated in my case, so he can read all of these things, and I'm diagnosed with moderate to severe depression. But what he literally told me was, you should go outside and play. That's not fixing my problem. I'm not sitting at home all day long and doing nothing. I told him that, I forced myself to go to the gym. I forced myself to go out. I forced myself to learn to drive again. I have fucking forced myself to do everything that I could think of to try to get a hold of my new life. I have tried so hard to become a different person than I was before, and I have achieved, I'm going to say about 80% of that. But I still feel like something is missing, something is wrong, something is, not right. And I really did, I thought all of this time, ever since I was like 13 and things got horrible for me in school, I thought maybe it was because I was fat. I thought maybe I was unhappy because I was too fat and nobody liked me. Sorry. I have felt that way my entire life. I thought that if I could just lose the weight, that I would finally be happy, that I would finally find this joy that everybody talks about, that if I found my one true love, that if I had kids and lost all my weight and was beautiful, then I would be on top of the world. And I just don't think that's in the cards for me. I don't think that's the way life works. I don't think that it's possible to be happy for me. I don't think so, because I think my mother and I are very much the same. And she lost my dad and has been very, very unhappy ever since. And I lost him too, and I noticed a huge difference in the way I felt since he died. And then I lost my brother, and then everything just kind of crashed for me. And I do have Matthew, and God knows I am beyond, ecstatic that I have him and that he's a part of me and that he loves me so. I can't tell you that he doesn't make me happy. It's just, it's a different kind of happy. But I don't think something is not right with me. And it has never been. I have lost almost 200 pounds. I should be over the fucking moon about it, but I'm not. I have a job. I have a wonderful husband. God have mercy. I have the best husband on the planet. And I am angry all the time. All the time. And this is a very raw video. And, a lot of people will criticize me for being honest and being as open as I am. But what has hiding all of this done for me? What has pretended to be normal and just be, happy-go-lucky all the time done for me? It's done nothing for me. And, I viewed it forever as a horrible weakness, that I felt bad and about myself, that I shouldn't show people what's going on inside. I shouldn't let anybody else in. I shouldn't talk about it. You never talk about it. You don't talk about how you feel because it's, you're weak and pathetic and sad. And, that got me to eat myself to death. That got me to eat every fucking thing in sight that I could grab a hold of. That got me to not wanting to leave the house for 12 years. That line of thinking of, oh, you need to hide your weight, you need to hide who you are, you need to hide how you feel. I shut out everybody. I barely talked to my mom. I'm so estranged from my brother. I don't even know what to talk. I don't even know what to tell you. Me and my other brother never talk, and he's got a wonderful family and is busy, but we are not very close, and shit happens. But this line of thinking is, honestly, it's not conducive, and it's not helping me to pretend that everything is awesome all the fucking time, because it's not. And I want other people to know that it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to come out and be like, you know what? I need help. I need help. And so I am, that doctor he hurt my feelings. I know he didn't mean to hurt my feelings, and I'm sure he has no idea what a sensitive person I am. But I am an incredibly sensitive person. I get butt hurt really, really easy. And, I have taught myself over the years to just, laugh it off, because that's the only thing you can do. But I'm an insanely sensitive person, and I get hurt very, very easily. And that's why I tend to try to narrow down the people in my life to the bare minimum, because in my experience, people hurt you, and I don't like that about myself. I don't like the fact that I feel like I can only have like 3 or 4 real friends, if that. I don't like the fact that I have gotten to know so many of you through your videos and through Facebook, and as badly as I want to open up and show you the real person inside of me, I can't do it. I have a very hard time, talking to you guys and like telling you the things that are going on with me that are outside of what I feel is acceptable, because I don't want you to see the hot mess that, sometimes I am. But I think everybody's like that. I think everybody has that point where they're like, this is the face, this is the facade you're going to see, and then everything else behind me is shattering. And I think, I'm just going to make it okay for me to talk about it, because, I have a wonderful therapist, and she's not telling me, hey, Nirvana, why don't you just keep this to yourself? She knows that I do videos, and she knows that I do Facebook, and she knows that I blog, and she loves it. She thinks that it's a fantastic outlet for me. I've only got a few more minutes, and then I've got to sign in for work. Sorry, my mouth was very much dry. I am... It's very freeing to be able to be open and honest. And, I know a lot of people had messaged me after I posted, that I wanted to go on Wellbutrin, or, something. And then they posted a whole bunch of telling me what they were on. And it takes a lot of guts. It does. It takes a lot of guts to admit that you take something for help. And I think that that's sad, that we have to consider that, brave, to tell somebody that you're seeking something to help you with depression or anxiety, or, some kind of medical issue. Because if you were to tell somebody that you were taking, oxycodone for, your back, they're not looking at you like... But if you're like, I'm taking blah 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 for, depression, they're all like, bitch is crazy. Or, she don't need that. I don't know what's wrong with her. Which is what that doctor pretty much did for me. He looked at me, he saw, that I was fat, and pretty much assumed that because I was fat that I don't work out, that I don't eat right, and that I'll be much happier going outside and playing. And that really hurt my fucking feelings because, I should have busted out my phone and showed him the umpty bajillion pictures of me going to the gym and killing myself, even in horrific pain that I do. But I didn't. I was just so, do you know that face you make when somebody's telling you something and you're registering it, but you're not like in your head you're screaming at them, but you can't actually say that because you don't want to be rude at that point in time. Like, you're just like, uh-huh, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then, he's saying, you should go outside. And I'm like, mm-hmm. And in my head, I'm like, you are a sack of shit. How dare you tell me to go the fuck outside? How dare you tell me there's nothing wrong with me? How dare you fucking tell me that there's nothing wrong with me and that all I need to do is go outside and fucking play? I just, ooh. And then, even my husband was with me. Even Matthew was like, because when I mentioned the word Wellbutrin, okay, he assumed that I was trying to get it to lose weight. So that's what he focused on. He was like, you might lose, 2 or 3 pounds with Wellbutrin, but, I think you'd be much better going outside and, just eating good and working out. I think that's much more better for you. And I'm like, mm-hmm, mm, oh, mm-hmm. And I did ask for a referral. I asked for a referral for a psychiatrist to see. I had one before. I got a minute. I had one before, and I didn't like him. He was pill pusher. Like, he just threw all kinds of medication at me, and I don't dig that. Like, he had like 5 different things he wanted me to take, and I was like, no, 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 I just want one. I want one, and I don't want a downer. Like, I want something that will not make me sleepy. I want something that will keep me up. And Wellbutrin has all kinds of not side effects, but benefits that I think would work for me. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video was very raw and emotional and very honest for me. So, you did not get jovial Nirvana, you got this regular old ass Nirvana. So, I will talk to you guys later. I love your faces.